start today's
Once
story.
upon a time, in a beautiful village, there lived a dog. This dog was always hungry and would constantly roam in search of food. He never had a stable source of food, which left him constantly unsatisfied. One day, the dog felt extremely hungry. He ran around and came across a field where he saw a large piece of bread. The bread was surrounded by many crows, but the dog ignored them and focused on the bread. As he got closer to the bread, he noticed that it was filled with delicious spices and aroma. The dog joyfully reached the bread, but in his eagerness knocked it over. Some big pieces fell, and the dog's mouth got stuck in one of them. The dog helplessly watched as the crows quickly pecked at the fallen bread, and he couldn't do anything to stop them. He couldn't eat the bread because his mouth was trapped. As the crows enjoyed the delicious bread, the dog, with his mouth still stuck, could only watch in misery. He realized that his greed had led him to this unfortunate situation. Eventually, the crows finished their feast and flew away. The dog was left hungry, in pain, and with a valuable lesson learned. He understood that his greed had caused his suffering, and that he should have been more patient and careful. With a heavy heart, the dog returned to his village, knowing that he had to live with the consequences of his actions. From that day on, he vowed to never let his greed control him and to appreciate what he had rather than constantly craving more. This story teaches us that greed can lead to unhappiness and troubles. We should be content with what we have and not let our desires lead us into making poor decisions. Self-control and patience are essential virtues that can bring us lasting satisfaction and happiness.
Come on, buddy, have some fun. Share it and hit subscribe. Just keep getting caught up in updates. Keep creating a blast.